Welcome to a new episode of All Sorts of Sports.
All sorts of sports.
We're here to talk
All
about
sorts of sports.
sorts of sports. And so we're going to start off with some sports that you love, especially if you're American, one being football. And so with that, the Indianapolis Colts fired their head coach, Frank Reich, on Sunday. Was it Sunday? I think it was like Monday morning. Monday morning. And they announced that they hired Jeff Saturday. There's been some pushback, some comments.
Unless you're watching ESPN.
Rooting for my guy. Hope he does well.
Some disbelief in Jeff Saturday getting hired because he has no coaching experience whatsoever. Any head coaching experience.
He head coached a high school football team. They went 2-14.
My bad.
The last time a person has gotten a head coaching position in the National Football League without college or NFL coaching experience was Norm Van Brocklin in 1960. And I believe his record was 40-100. They kept throwing him to expansion teams.
That sounds good, right? Is that good?
You know that meme where it's that black dude looking at all them wires and shit? And it's like,
yeah. And with his hands on
like, I lied. Yeah. I lied on my resume.
So what are you guys' thoughts on the hire? I'll get to that part later. Right?
Sorry, 60-100.
What do you guys? Got him give him his extra 20 wins.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lot.
That's a full season.
It didn't take him
39% win percentage.
You know, it might actually be a full 2 seasons.
39% win percentage. He had 2 winning seasons.
With that said, what are you guys' thoughts on the hire? First the firing of Reich, and then get into the hire of Saturday. We want to start with K-Dot.
Look, we've talked ad nauseum about what's going on with the Colts, right? And you can't say anything about the Colts without talking about Jim Irsay, who is just making decisions based on something. I don't know what, but something. Look, the Colts are a fucking mess. They're a mess. They're an absolute dumpster fire. They have now become, except for the statement that the Commanders just released, one of the 2 clownest organizations in the National Football League. And the thing is that, like, you look at the Colts team, and I think we've talked about it, that, like, Reich has not been doing a good job this season. There's no getting around it. He hasn't been. But the idea that he becomes the scapegoat, or even before him, Marcus Brady becomes the scapegoat, for what it is, that it's the 4th quarterback that he didn't choose that ends up slotting in. You got Chris Ballard, who's afraid to draft a young quarterback. As he said himself, I draft a young quarterback. He doesn't work out. You guys are going to look for a reason to fire me. So what has he done? Not draft a quarterback as a pretext for them not firing him, right? So they've just continued to have these retreads of guys that are washed up. They thought that they could do what LA did with Matt Stafford, even though when it came to Matt Stafford was an option for them, they didn't take the offer seriously, and he ends up going to LA. They think they can pull the Tom Brady or maybe a Peyton Manning as he did in Denver, and it's not the caliber of player that they bring in. Phillip Rivers with basically no arm strength left. You got Carson Wentz, who was a shell of himself at the end of Philadelphia, the thought process, hey, with Frank Reich, this is what it is. And look, up until that Jacksonville game, they looked like they were going to do something. And you hear about the locker room, nobody's happy that Carson Wentz was gone, but they made do when Matt Ryan got hired. Now they have Matt Ryan this season, and it hasn't looked good, but you have, from what we understand, the entire locker room's damn near a mutiny because they went away from Matt Ryan. They thought it was a sucker move. They put in Sam Ellinger, all Jim Irsay moves. So it's like you get rid of the only guy post the Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck years that actually has a winning record for you. And because you're so hell-bent on just doing shit, you get rid of him. And you clearly let us all know you don't know what the fuck you're doing when you hire Jeff Saturday. It's not a tank move. It's not I'm wishing for the. This is a guy saying, I literally have no fucking idea what to do, so why not? You ever hear Jeff Saturday in the press conference? Look, when he called me, I was really wondering, like, why he was offering me this. The guy who hired doesn't even believe it.
So I just want to highlight one thing, and then I want the rest of you guys to, kind of chime in. But you kind of talked about, their reluctance to hire. I mean, not to hire, but to draft a young quarterback. So I was trying to think, like, when could they have drafted a young quarterback that might have been right there late, what round, so on and so forth. So I want to look at the second round of the 2020 NFL draft. Colts had two second round picks. Their first second round pick, they chose Michael Pittman Jr. Not a bad pick at all. DeAndre Swift went right after him. Their second, before you, their second round pick was Jonathan Taylor. Also, pretty good pick.
Yeah.
However, would just like to point out one thing. If you go down about 12 more picks in that second round, there's this quarterback, guy by the name of Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
He went in the second round, 53rd overall. And I just feel like if you don't have to take Jonathan Taylor. If you do Pittman and Hurts, or if you do Taylor and Hurts, they would be a perennial playoff team right now. I mean, they had the defense, they had the offensive line. If at that point you're just hoping that Frank Reich can coach, and I don't think he is that good of a coach, to be honest. But I think he should get another opportunity. But you would have had a quarterback and a receiver, or a quarterback and a running back.
You're missing something.
What?
They had a quarterback. His name was Andrew Luck, and they didn't do anything to help him out. They had the guy. They had the guy.
They did have the guy.
Yeah, they have the guy.
All right, Richard Sherman.
First of all, it's stupid as shit. And he's in the press conference. We've had 20 years of success. Yeah, asshole. Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. Oh, wonderful job, sir. You fucking idiot. And they were this close to getting Ryan Leaf. Do you know how close they were getting to drafting Ryan Leaf? And what would he do? Fucking cocaine out of his fucking ass if that happened. I'm sorry.
I mean, this is all. Jeff Saturday is not going to be their coach next year. Like this is just it's like putting people in temp jobs. They got a 30-year-old calling the plays. They got Sam Ellinger, who's a decent quarterback. They just slotted him in. They're just running on spare parts right now, hoping to get through the season without completely embarrassing themselves. And then it'll be a full reset after the season. Because what head coaches are out there right now that they would want to bring in that are available? So they're just punting, no pun intended, to next season. That's all this is. And if they lose a bunch of games and get a higher draft pick, maybe they draft a quarterback. Who knows? But none of this is real. Like none of these moves can be looked at as sane football moves. These are all just, I don't want Reich to be here. I don't really want to pay another head coach during the middle of the season because I don't know who my quarterback's going to be. And we're starting a rookie left tackle. So let's just get Jeff Saturday because some of the players in the locker room like him. And let's punt till next year. I mean, they saw where this season was going. It's not going to go well. So, also, fuck you, Jonathan Taylor. Worst first pick ever.
You got hurt.
Oh, I got hurt.
You got hurt. It happens. You drafted McCaffrey before, so that ain't the worst.
Fuck him too. I'm not. This is not exclusively hating on Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Just particularly right now. Just, I don't know, eat some more vegetables in the off season, bro. Do some more stretching.
Well, the Colts suck.
Yeah.
Funny enough, the day after he was hired on SportsCenter in the morning, when you're supposed to be on that show, everybody else was like, well, Jeff Saturday is supposed to be here, but he was scheduled to be here, but you see what happened. So they didn't know either. If they fucking win this week.
I was wondering if you were gonna talk.
Oh yeah, no. I got shit to say.
Oh no, get into it.
All right, so
hey, this man is not. Talk? Or are we keeping Colts? Is it
No,
Colts?
I'm talking about the Colts.
Okay.
And then, so like Jeff Saturday, his only coach since like his highest level of coaching is high school. And Ryan pointed out his record. It was shitty. Then you go to the fact that the person that's calling the plays this week has never called plays before.
I mean, if you're gonna
30 years old.
You're gonna they are just hanging people out to be scapegoats at the end of the season.
Yeah, I know.
I really think you guys give him too much credit.
You're just doing shit. Right? So look,
maybe unintentionally, but it's 100% what they're doing.
And then Bob Irsay. Are you guys familiar with Bob Irsay?
No.
Who say?
Bob Irsay. Fuck you. The Jim Irsay's father. Yeah. The one who moved him in the Mayflower trucks from Baltimore at night, right?
Oh.
This is a guy who has fired multiple coaches while drunk and then forgot he did it the next day, including at halftime during a game. There was something about like the ball boys went at like $15 an hour. So he said, okay. And he fired all of them. Like Bob Irsay was the biggest fucking maniac in the NFL for a significant portion of time. And Jim has always talked about not being his father. But what ends up happening for a lot of us out here, you get to a certain point.
Man, I'll be sitting, I'm like, yo, my dad do this shit.
There's an athletic article, if you haven't read it, came out last year, a couple years ago. It's Sins of the Father, what Jim Irsay learned watching his dad cripple the Colts. And if you read it and you see what he's doing now, like father, like motherfucking son.
There's a saying about apples and trees, something like that. I don't remember how it goes.
Lucas Olstein about to be empty, and that team's gonna be at Oklahoma City before we fucking know it. Leave this guy up to it, okay?
Oh my god, yeah, it's Hey man,
what was the Cardinals quarterback that was supposed to get a head coaching job too, and he had never coached before either? This is like this past off season.
Fucking squarehead, blockhead.
Yeah,
fucking. His brother played McCown.
Yeah,
Josh McCown.
This is the same type of shit. It's just that the Colts were able to circumvent the whole Rooney Rule by making him an interim head coach rather than the de facto head coach.
I'm saying whatever. I'm putting this out here right now. Jim Irsay needs to be on a Kanye-like watch. That he might be off his meds. Something's wrong. It's not quite right, and I think we're going to hear more happen over the next few months.
So you say he's not quite right, and I want to just highlight a couple.
Wait, he's not quite Reich. Hey,
the third Reich?
No, it's just the regular Reich. We're not talking about Kyrie here, man.
Sorry, I just said Kanye and I slipped.
I'm just gonna highlight a couple Jim Irsay quotes from his presser because it was, in my opinion, a great presser.
It was so goddamn good.
He did that shit during Monday Night Football.
When they asked him, about hiring Jeff Saturday, he responded, "Want to bet against this guy? Put your money down. I'd love to see it because I know what he's about." All right. Okay. All right. Let me scroll down and get you a little bit more. Hold on.
This is after the press conference got pushed back 4 times. Third time.
He had to get properly hydrated.
When they asked him about Ballard, parting ways with him. This is his 6 years as the GM. Irsay said, "There's no question about that. Honestly, it's not really even in the consciousness of my mind. The guy's a winner, and he's been immensely successful." I don't know. I just feel like we have different standards of success, but I'll continue. Let's see. Do I have the other one? Oh, I can't find it. They don't have it here.
Like, let me ask you guys a question just related to this real quick. Because look, we've talked, like I said, on this podcast about what was wrong with the Colts, right? Like, do we think they're a talented team?
Yeah.
I know I do, right? Yeah. So like the offensive line, and you look at the amount of money they paid the offensive line, you look at the names on the offensive line, those are pretty big fucking names, right? It just so happens that this season just nothing's getting put together correctly. And I do think when that happens, the head coach has to kind of take responsibility for that, right? Mm-hmm. But if you overall look at this guy who's had a winning percentage and you're hiring Jeff Saturday because there's no good options out there, right? do you make this move? Is this like I don't understand firing him in the first place. That's my thing.
I would have fired him. I don't think they've I don't think they've played up to their potential.
Didn't they just fire the offensive coordinator?
Even with all the stuff that's going on.
They just fired the offensive coordinator that
Marcus
didn't call
Ready.
the plays anyway, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I mean,
like,
you
what was the point of that firing?
You don't black act. You need to clear it up.
You don't do it mid-season though. That's the weird part.
Right.
Like you're not improving your team by doing it, right? You're gonna put a rookie quarterback in there with a coach who's never coached, with a guy calling plays who's never called plays. That's not going to improve this rookie quarterback. You're not going to see his potential this year, but you're going to put him out there anyway. Doesn't make any sense. Leave Frank in there. Let him try and do the best that he can.
Unless they're
with
tanking.
the rookie quarterback. That is the only because look, I would not be shocked if the only thing remaining on that team is a couple people on the defense and the offensive line next year. The way
I agree on the handling of Sam, for sure. Like they fucking blowing it with him.
Well, that's Irsay.
Yeah, and that's fair, and maybe they just don't believe in him, and they are, like you said, James, tanking and trying to get a number one pick. That's fair to assume.
There's some good QBs coming out, so
allegedly.
But like, if you get one of the two,
but he's already won 3 games. Like there's the thing is that if I'm looking across the league, they've won 3 games in a really weak division. They're probably not gonna be top 5.
Yeah,
like that's the only thing for me is that
it's
like
possible.
You're cutting it so close. He won 3 games.
Well, I think you want to get yourself in position as well as you can, and then you can make a trade if you have to.
Well, that and the quarterback class this year is going to be huge and pretty talented. So you don't even have to be like way up there as you have had to be in some of these past years. And again, you mentioned Jalen Hurts, second round draft pick.
But here, guys, this is what I'm saying more than anything. What guy is a better guy to coach the young quarterback than Frank Reich if that's what you're doing?
Oh, no. Terrible decision.
Well, it depends on who else is out there.
Who the fuck is going to want this job after they just hired Jeff Saturday?
Jeff Sunday.
You're doing that.
That was dumb as shit, and I loved it.
You're doing that to tank. You're going to get a high draft pick for a QB. You already have a good defense. You have a great offensive line. You have Jonathan Taylor. You have Michael Pittman already. So you have the pieces there. When you come in, you can say, all right, you can get one of them, pick whoever else off the Commanders' fucking coaching staff that you guys don't seem to want to put as a head coach that'll go off and be great. Hire one of them dudes.
Well, when Kingsbury gets fired, they'll probably hire him. And knowing them, Irsay will draft 2 quarterbacks in the first round and figure out which one he actually wants to play.
Just
like
quickly, real quick. 2018, Frank Reich gets hired, right?
Uh-huh.
They go 10-6 with Andrew Luck.
Uh-huh.
And this is a team that's still trying to put together the pieces, right?
Uh-huh.
So they're still drafting offensive linemen, things like that.
Yeah.
2019, that's Luck leaves, or is that the hurt season? That's the hurt season. 2019, 7-9, Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
2020, they're 11-5 with fucking with Phillip Rivers, another Irsay pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you overperform with a dude that was terrible at quarterback, right? Then you go 9-8 the fall. Phillip Rivers, did you see him try to throw a football that year?
I mean,
he was Ben Roethlisberger in the last, like that was bad. It was fucking bad.
He wasn't as bad as Ben, but he was bad.
But I think you got to give Frank Reich a lot of credit for that. And then, so then you have the Carson Wentz year last year. They go 9-8 with Carson Wentz, another retread of somebody else instead of developing your own guy, right? Then you also look at disciples of Frank Reich. Nick Sirianni out in fucking Philly. What's he doing? What's he doing out in Philly? Fucking love it. He's lighting it up. Look, he's doing the rest of the league a favor. Frank Reich is going to get a job somewhere else, and I promise you, he's going to be a hell of a fucking coach.
As it stands right now, the Colts have the 14th pick in the draft, mostly because they tied with Houston instead of just losing straight up.
Yep.
But they have, they're tied with a bunch of, around 8 3-win teams. Like if they lose for example, the Raiders are third. They have the third record right now. And so if they lose to the Raiders, then they vault up pretty much. And then if the other teams win, they could be as high as like 6 or 7. like just off of this weekend alone.
Because they won 3 and we won like 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all are 2-6. They're 3-5-1 on a 3-game.
So
they were 3-2-1 at one point.
2-6 is Vegas, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Carolina, and Houston has 1 win.
Houston.
That's gonna be a hell of a battle for the finish, man. Because I think those teams not. I'm just
so
saying.
The thing is, like, so Carolina is going to draft a QB. Houston might not because they like Mills, and he's performed pretty well. So whoever the third team is probably going to get that third, like the second QB.
Do we think Lovie Smith is head coach next year?
No, I think he's getting fired.
So you're talking about a new guy. You're talking about a new guy with a new quarterback.
He was always getting fired.
All right. So the question is there more than 2 good QBs in this draft coming out?
But
Brian,
see,
you said
not
yes?
enough that you want to tank a season for.
Oh yeah, no.
And here's the thing. I don't expect Vegas to finish in the top 3. I don't expect Pittsburgh to finish in the top 3. Then you got Houston, Carolina, Detroit, possibly maybe New Orleans, maybe Arizona. I don't think Arizona or Jacksonville will either. But you also got Chicago and Green Bay. Then you got Denver and the Rams. And then you got the Cleveland Browns. The Colts have a legitimate chance. They do have a legitimate chance to get there. And
some of the teams are not drafting QBs.
In the top 5 at a minimum. And I'm just saying, once you get that point, let's just say they get lucky, right? And they get the Eagles get the third pick. And, it's QB, offensive lineman. You trade with the Eagles. They got 2 first-round picks.
There's some good D tackles, too.
I'm saying, the only thing I'm saying is that if we're looking at Jim Irsay, who, if you read all the quotes that he said in the fucking presser, you can't question him and his ability to put together a football team.
52 years.
Can you name in the last 35 years 2 quarterback prospects that have graded out of college higher than Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck?
No.
None have graded higher.
I don't expect.
Oh no, Trevor Lawrence is like up there with them. I think he's like 3rd or 4th, maybe. But go ahead.
You get my point. But it ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, it ain't.
They fucked it. When Andrew Luck left, that is all you need to see. They've been fucking skating through since that day.
Well, also fuck the Colts. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Irsay started the ball rolling on the commander situation. So, man,
you know the quote, how like God looks out for like drunks and like stupid people.
I thought it was babies and fools.
Babies and fools. That's all we talk about luck a lot. It's a thing. I 100% believe it's a thing. They lucked into getting luck because Peyton got hurt.
Right. I remember.
They would have still been, they might have been, honestly, I think they would have won another Super Bowl, but that's neither here nor there. But their entire trajectory changes if he doesn't get hurt.
But think about this.
They never get luck.
How many Super
the league?
Let me ask you this. How many Super Bowls did Peyton Manning win in Indianapolis?
One.
Was his Indianapolis stint one of the most frustrating in the sense that you had a quarterback at the top of his powers that they could never build a fucking team around? So you needed someone of Peyton Manning's caliber to get there. It was how
more
many
so
times
like they were really good in the regular season, but they just fell apart in the
because no defense.
How they were built. They didn't build around
no defense.
So it was very much they had him now, and this is where they did do well. They got him an offense. He had an offensive line and he had weapons. Had Reggie Wayne, had Marvin Harrison, had Clark. He had fucking weapons on the offense.
Andrew James.
He had weapons, but I'm saying a lot of those weapons were. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from those guys, maybe a little bit. But when Peyton Manning's out there and he's calling shit and he's reading those defenses that fucking way, he lines you up and puts you in the best matchup situation you could possibly be in. That's the one thing with Marvin Harrison is it looked effortless every fucking day. He was open a lot.
Sure.
You know why?
And this is the difference.
I'm not saying it was bad.
I was like, he's a Hall of Famer now.
I know.
I studied that guy.
Is he a Hall of Famer without Peyton?
Yes.
Okay.
I like how we're still discussing a team that won't have a winning season for 5 years.
Tom Brady played with defenses that were built out. They had more stars on defense than they had stars on offense. The star on offense was Tom. And then they got they drafted a Gronk and a murderer. You know what I'm saying? They drafted, you know what I'm saying? They traded for Randy Moss on the cheap. But they got Wes Welker. They had some weapons, but when they were winning Super Bowls, most of their weapons were nameless on the offensive end in the early 2000s.
All right, get up. After this, I'm gonna send you Marvin Harrison like clips. You're not gonna watch
I
it.
hope you don't
but I'm gonna
send
send
him
it.
to me because
I'm gonna send it just because it'll make me feel better inside because that hurt my soul.
Look, I ain't trying to get jammed up. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about Marvin.
That is name. He who shall not be named. You said it, Arvin Marison.
I know. We're in that territory. I'm a little afraid.
Hey, no, I fuck with
I'm
Marvin.
worried for you. I didn't say it.
I know.
I fuck with Marvin Harrison, and his son is nice too. His son is nice too.
I'm not. You know what? I take back everything I've said. Scrap the whole segment.
I'm just
because I was like that. Yeah, that pissed me off.
Okay,
I know you're scared of him, but that pissed me off. That man is nice.
So segueing that into just want to kind of discuss the effect of hiring Jim Irsay. Joy Taylor had a good 5-minute segment discussing why this is why when you hear the reasoning for more minority coaches not being hired that they don't have experience, this is why it's bullshit. This is why you see, I mean, this is me and my homie were talking about this. This is a golf deal. This is we play golf together deal. This is hey, I see you on Saturday. We get drunk and drink beer and play golf. It's a golf handshake deal. That's what it is.
Let me add something for it. Like everything is golf handshake deals.
Yes, for sure.
They just have the meeting beforehand.
For sure.
Think about Brian Daboll when it's like, oh yeah, let's meet with a dude first. You're gonna get the job, but I gotta meet with him first. And then we got you.
For sure. Absolutely. And so that's why something, or I don't know if something will ever be put in place to help minority head coaches get hired. But basically this is why it will remain an issue because it's about who you're around.
I got one. If Jay-Z's an owner, that'll change some shit. If you got more owners that are minorities, that'll change some shit.
For sure.
Yeah, of course. You need
more. At the end of the day, it's people hire people that look like them or that they like. And for you to be around people that like you, you got to be in certain rooms.
I had this conversation with somebody a few years ago. It's going to sound stupid. Do you know any Black-owned golf clubs?
No. Actually, hold on. Maybe the one around here.
Yeah, there are a couple that I know of, and they're pieces of shit. My thought is that they're good. My thought has always been that there needs to be more Black landowners to put together fucking awesome golf clubs. That, to me, has been something that I've been begging for in the sense of we know if we build it, we can make it cooler than any white person can make it, and they'll want to be a part of it, and we can have our guys there. I know it's a sidebar sort of thing, but I truly, truly believe that it's something that we need to invest in as a community because it is something that a lot of shit actually gets done.
You are 100% right. And as soon as you said that, the first thing I thought of was Who I Smoke. The video. You don't remember the Who I Smoke video? Mm. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Sorry, I didn't get your reference. It's like an episode of Family Guy. Didn't get the reference.
Okay, it's fine.
There's so many times you could cut the Conway Twitty singing a song. I'm supposed to fucking figure.
I know. Doesn't Michael Jordan owns a golf club?
It would make sense because
Clearview.
Degenerate. No, I'm just kidding.
Clearview Golf Club's Clearview, the one in Ohio. It's owned exclusively by Black people.
They have a poker table every 3 holes.
No, there's a gambling machine, and you have to put $100 in it on every hole. It doesn't matter what you bet on, but you're betting on something.
Any other thoughts on that?
So,
Black ownership. You got any or
Black representation?
I think it's. I mean, I've said this before. There has to be opportunities below and within the NFL for minorities. Like there has to be like some number that they have to reach every single year, or else it is just going to continue to be handshakes, because unless you have somebody get their foot in the door who is a minority, then they won't be able to give opportunities to other minority coaches to make their way in because of all these handshake golf deals, as you call them. I think that this particular hiring, though, I'm kind of glad it's Saturday and not a minority, because he's going to get hung out to fucking dry. And that's not a position you want any head coach to be in. But I mean,
that's kind of been the position for a while.
That would be, but I think that would be, if it was a minority hire, I think at the end of the season, we're talking about, well, they didn't even give him a chance because they just brought him in to fire him. So
shout out to Lovie Smith.
Arizona, Houston. That's been a thing.
Who is a coach who won Coach of the Year even though he got fired?
Oh, you're talking about Toronto in the NBA?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What's his name?
He's on NBA TV as an analyst now.
Yeah. It's just one of
that pissed me off. That man won Coach of the Year and got fired in the same fucking.
Yeah, same. He got fired like 3 quarters into the season.
No, not Mark Jackson.
Coach of the something.
Kim, you brought up Joy Taylor and what she said. Did you see the other tweet that she had? So Elon Musk put in a place where you can buy a verification for $8 a month.
Yeah, I saw that.
And immediately there was a million Adam Schefters with check marks that said a wide range of things. Josh McDaniels got fired. The Patriots are working out Henry Ruggs. all this shit. And she quote tweeted it and said, like, see, this is the bullshit that's about to happen. And now everybody has to pay attention, and they can't be the first to post some shit, because you never know if it's actually real or not without actually clicking the mark and seeing if they paid for it or if they were actually verified.
I respect that you bogarted a segue into getting your shit off about Twitter. That was dope.
You're welcome.
All right. So with that said,
fake George W. Bush.
That was pretty fucking good. I liked it. He found Joy Taylor. Oh, she tweets.
rumors say that the Commanders might get sold for $7 billion. And there, the TMZ PR machine is out there saying that Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z have been seen having lunch together.
It was dinner. There was pictures.
It was lunch because it was daytime, fucker.
It was night.
It was lunch.
It was lunch.
All right, maybe my.
Well, they were there was one with dinner too, though. So
there were two. Okay.
No, but the one that came out like
you can't buy a team in one meal. You gotta have multiple meals.
And also, they're eating in Los Angeles. They could be discussing anything.
Yes.
Like they could have just been like, "Hey,"
I could have been talking about the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the new Jay-Z album. We're gonna do half on Jay-Z's platform. The other half's gonna be released on Amazon. We're doing joint fiction.
Secret dinner in LA.
The shit ain't a secret if we know about it.
That's what TMZ is for.
What they had
a secret.
They had a dude from TMZ with one of those fucking cup phones with the string, and the other end of the string was like on the table with a different cup, trying to be sneaky, holding the cup up to their ear, like
figured out what this is.
And little latest motherfucker used the 1996 Nokia to take the photos, though.
Yeah, flip phone. Yeah, I don't like having
not a flip phone, just a brick.
I don't like having email on my phone. Hold on, let me play the Snake game real quick.
Oh man, Snake was legit. I love Snake.
So Ryan, you first, because you're a resident Commanders fan who's left the team and become a Bills fan.
In denial.
What are your thoughts on the Commanders getting sold for potentially $7 billion? Also, your thoughts on maybe the new owner being Jay-Z. Will that bring you back into the fold? Like, is that enough to get you back into the fold, or are you going to stay with the Bills even though Josh Allen is about to start losing Super Bowls to like the likes of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson?
I don't believe it will bring me back. I will say that a culture change for Washington is a long time coming. And honestly, the fans deserve it. The ones who've been there for 25 years. I feel bad for like all the fans who weren't around for before the Snyder era, because there's been nothing. except for bad publicity, bad headlines, bad decisions, bad stadiums, overpriced food, tickets, lying. It's just overall been a bad experience for 25 years, 20 years. Like honestly, Jay-Z sound like that would be a great owner. Bezos, I mean, he's got a ton of money, so that's cool. But I think any change that isn't Dan Snyder that would bring back at least a little bit of legitimacy, even if they don't win, right? Just the constant PR nightmare, and that people having to defend being a Commanders, Defenders, Washington football team.
I hope if they do it. My hope is that they change the name.
I hope they change it to Redskins. I hope that they just go through a name change every year until they.
So we had like a moment of silence for that, right? All right, cool.
I hope they change it every year until they win a Super Bowl, and then that to be like, well, this is the one that works.
All right,
or they change it after every game until they get a win,
and then that way they can sell jerseys literally every year.
I actually like Red Tails or Red Wolves.
Did you say until we get a win?
Yeah, it was a joke.
Got more wins than you.
We're worse than I know. We're worse than.
Oh,
I mean, we could talk about me. Like
Shots
this is a perfect segue. I could Bogart this shit too.
No, we're not talking about the Raiders.
Let's not. You still owe me $150.
I do.
So, with that said,
wait, that was 11 wins. We still got a shot. After this week, you might get your money.
Please.
I think I'll get my money before Thanksgiving, my brother.
Maybe.
I think I'll get it before Thanksgiving, or on Thanksgiving. Do y'all play on Thanksgiving? That would be great. Look, like I'm eating turkey.
A bullshit bet on the bullshit holiday. Here we go.
Like cash out.
Yeah.
But no, James, what are your thoughts on the potential sale? Like and all that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm looking at this right, and I always focus on the money. When you get to this like level of business, you're like, all right, they're doing this for a monetary reason, right? So he's selling because he makes whatever absorbent amount of money. Then you hear that other owners are looking at selling. We saw some shit about the NBA owners thinking about selling. Then you got Liverpool, the group that owns Liverpool. LeBron's included in that. Yeah, they're thinking about selling. It's like, all right, what is coming to where everybody's thinking about selling? That's where I'm stuck at now. I haven't had time to think about it. I'm sure there's a clear reason, but yeah, that's the part I'm stuck on. I don't give a shit about the Commanders. Like, fuck them. I'm sorry.
Recession's coming. People try and get out.
And then Bezos trying to get in.
Well, because he's got that kind of money.
Fair. So I guess that is the reason.
And you know who makes a lot of money during recessions? Amazon.
I'm really happy though for the Commanders fans because I know you guys wanted him out for forever.
I hope the day he gets that $7 billion check, they lock him up for like tax fraud or some shit.
Or to jail for his crimes.
Yeah, man.
All right. So my thoughts, I would just love for a minority to be a majority owner. I don't want Jay-Z to just get in there and do like what he did with the Brooklyn Nets and be like a little figurehead, owning like 0.028 28%.
You can't be that with Bezos.
You don't know. We don't know. That's not necessarily.
But Jay-Z wouldn't be a figurehead at that point.
And how does that work? Because Amazon has rights to Thursday night right now, and does that affect? Won't be an issue. Okay, cool. But I just think it would be cool if a minority would be a majority owner, and not just a figurehead. I mean, but obviously this is I guess a step in the right direction. So we'll see what comes of it. But the Washington Commanders do need to be sold. I remember the days where I used to at least watching Washington games, like Clinton Portis and Santana Moss. Those days, it was a long time ago. So yeah.
We were fun, but we weren't good then either.
Hey! I didn't.
Yeah.
I like
It was
watching.
more fun. Clinton Portis every fucking week having a new costume.
You
Press
guys haven't been
conferences.
fun to
True.
watch since 2012.
True.
Literally.
Kirk Cousins was kind of fun.
You
No.
like that?
No.
You like that? Kirk Cousins was kind of fun.
Oh. No.
Nobody
I never
liked
tuned
that.
in.
Never tuned in. All right.
Never tuned in.
I hated
Nobody-
seeing him on the plane with all them chains on.
That was hilarious.
That was a little cringe-worthy, but it
Yeah.
was.
You're welcome.
That was way too cringeworthy.
Yeah, that fucking sucked to watch. Look, I would say, have I on this pod been fairly right about the Dan Snyder league
Yes.
situation? Yep. So I'd say that for the moment they announced, I have a 1-year countdown. It happens within a year that he's out. And the reason behind it is a litany of things. But actually, the one thing I will say is I believe him when he said that they were looking through options, right? The initial statement was, hey, we're looking at options and what it is we're going to do. And yeah, I mean, that's what he's been doing. But once again, every day that goes by, the asking prices or the price is going to go up. This team will not sell for under $8 billion. That's a minimum. Because I don't know if I said it on this pod or the other one, but you're talking about a league who has gotten brought up to Capitol Hill how many times in the last decade? And they have no friends. And there's no one in ownership that has any friends on Capitol Hill. Even when Jack Kent Cooke was here, he was at all the parties and shit that happens in Washington. The Washington Elite, they meet, they have parties in Georgetown, over on Chain Bridge in Potomac, Maryland, all that shit. We all know. Dan Snyder's not invited to any of those fucking rooms. They all hate his ass. He's costing everyone money. This franchise was the most valuable franchise. Yeah, it was the single most valuable franchise in the NFL. And he squandered that. He literally squandered it. And now where are we? Like, you got the Cowboys built their stadium. You got the Patriots had all the success and their revenue started going in. And we haven't had shit. You literally have a team that can't sell out the stadium in which they've taken out like 30% of the fucking seats because we can't sell them out. And they're not bringing in any fucking revenue. You're talking about a team that should be one of the leaders. It's a storied franchise. The league is better when you have this team doing better. Historically, we're supposed to be a town that should be able to host a Super Bowl. We're supposed to be a town that should be in the realm of holding the World Cup. How are you going to have your nation's capital not fucking have a World Cup because FedEx Field's in fucking Lando and it's a piece of shit?
Yep.
That's why.
And
see
the
what I'm saying?
traffic is terrible.
Taylor Swift refused to do her concert in DC because she's doing a stadium tour, and she looked around and said, FedEx, and actually coincided right before the announcement. Taylor Swift might have had a lot to do with this shit too. I'm just saying, it's a travesty. You got DC,
Baltimore?
Baltimore and Taylor Swift. I don't think goes too well. So you have three. You have DC, Virginia, and Maryland. 3 jurisdictions that all say we want nothing to do with one guy. You can't get it done. Oh, well, we know it's caught myself. It's wow, I've been listening to Kanye today. And I had my Kyrie Irving shoes on. No, I'm joking. Look, Dan Snyder's costing the league money. That's the fall of the money. He's costing everybody fucking money. And he's got to go. And when you got the attorney general in D.C. about to make an announcement tomorrow, you got the Mary Jo White investigation coming to a close, most likely. You have Roger Goodell in the league meetings the other day, had told everyone in the room, trust the process. Let the process play out. Because we all know what's happening. The end is nigh. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of whether or not he has more say in the cell than he's end up in a fucking cell and not being able to really have control of what the fuck's going on.
That is true. Are you wearing the Kyrie 8s or the Kyrie 9s?
999.
Oh my God.
So we kind of already covered like the NBA owners kind of looking to sell. James covered it in his conspiracy segment, which I also am like very much thinking that there's something to it.
Yeah.
I
Where there's
think
smoke,
I
there
told
is fire.
I told you guys in the text. I think it's just. I think my theory is recession coming, and they know this is the most that the team is going to be worth for a few years, for a long time, for about 10 more years. I'd say right now is like, so let's cash and grab and get the fuck out of here.
Now buy another team in a decade, right?
Yeah, I'm plus like with most. I think with both of the major sports, NFL and NBA, collective bargaining agreements are about to come back up again. And so I think that's a huge thing too, especially with the influx of cash and everything. You got blackouts. I get why. I that's my mindset though. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Plus, they're about to have to renegotiate for, at least in the NFL, TV rights.
Yes, CBS. Yes,
and that is going to be
probably
lengthy and expensive, and
NFL Sunday tickets up. There's a bunch of shit happening.
And that's going to be more money coming in.
But there's the thing: is there anyone more positioned to take advantage or to wheel and deal on behalf of the league to take advantage than Jeff Bezos?
That's true.
So it's almost like it's an insulation sort of thing. It also protects the league. Like, you guys may be right. We all know a lot of people with money right now are worried about the recession that's coming, right? So inflation's at an all-time high. You're not going to get numbers like this on a franchise probably for a little bit, even though I think the Commander sell resets the entire market, right? Which is a whole other thing, is there's going to be a reset of the market. What the Waltons just paid for the Broncos, chump change compared to what it is the sales about to be.
It also reset in terms of what the value of a team, because there was a recent sale. It's like buying a really expensive car. You don't really know what it's worth until somebody pays something for one very similar. And you're like, oh, my car is worth $1 million. I thought it was only worth.
What'd the Panthers go for?
Don't remember.
2?
I'll look it up.
Because that's not long ago.
It was too much.
I think it was 2.275.
Yeah.
2.275. Now we're looking at 8 or 9. I think it might push that.
But it's like one of the biggest markets in the country. So
the 6th largest metropolitan market, I think 9th largest TV market, or vice versa.
Just it's a real shame. It's a real shame.
Okay.
And Washington Prime, kind of digging that name.
The funny thing is, back in August,
right? This guy is smooth, ain't it?
Y'all value was $4.78 billion, and now you're about to double it.
Here's the thing. Here's the point on that. The valuation is $4.78 billion because Dan Snyder's here.
Ooh.
That's the valuation. The idea of the money that he's leaving on the table because he's Dan Snyder is what's killing this. We can't do anything without a new stadium, and no one's willing to play ball. Here's what happens when Bezos takes over. Here's what happens with anybody. Byron Allen is also another guy that I'm kind of rooting for in this. The RFK site, yours. Oh, do you want the stadium near the National Harbor? We clear some land next to MGM and shit for you.
Or in DC.
That's what I said. RFK. Start off, but it's literally take your pick.
True.
And what's fucked up is,
I don't want it at National Harbor.
Dan Snyder made all of his money doing marketing, and he can't market for shit.
He can't. He's the least marketable guy.
Yeah, but that's how he made his billions, was marketing.
Yeah, he made his billions until he went to Six Flags. What was Six Flags' stock? Was it like $16 a share, and then it was 81 cents when he left? Yeah, the first thing he did was get rid of Mr. Six. You remember the dude doing the Vega Boys dance off the bus, the old man? He killed it immediately. It was the only campaign anybody remembers from Six Flags. And he murdered it.
True. Yeah.
I don't remember that campaign at all.
He murdered Six Flags, Johnny Rockets, and like 2 telecommunications companies.
I hate that Johnny Rockets is gone now.
Dan Snyder.
There's one at National Harbor.
Is there a Johnny Rockets there? I just go to Shake Shack.
No, there's one there.
I don't got a National Harbor.
I don't either. Never been.
So how the fuck you know? All right, whatever.
All right, so
Hanger outlets, bro. The outlets right there.
Let's hit some game picks.
Oh, shit, I didn't make any.
I did.
I did.
Doing it on the fly.
Thursday night football. I will start the Atlanta
This is going to be a stinker.
travel here to Charlotte, North Carolina to play the Carolina Panthers. Some people from my work are going to tailgate. I'll be fucking going to watch Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So fuck that game. But
you're going to watch Black Panther during the Panthers game. I like that for you.
And you black.
And I'm black.
Damn, son.
I said it because I know Ryan was thinking it.
I was.
I'm picking the Falcons to beat the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a close game though.
Well, the Panthers don't. What quarterback are they using? I don't know. Falcons.
I think Baker's playing.
No, they said PJ Washington's back in.
Yeah, he's starting again.
I love that for the Falcons.
James.
Cordell Patterson is back. Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons.
All right. So traveling down up to London town, Seattle takes on Tampa Bay Sunday 9:30 a.m. Or is it Germany? Or is this Germany?
I thought this is the Germany. Yeah,
it's Germany.
You're right. So this is a Germany game. And I'm taking the Buccaneers.
Go Bucks, go!
Same.
MVP candidate.
Geno Smith. Give me the Hawks, baby.
Okay. All right. I'll start with Ryan this time. Vikings at Buffalo.
Man, this would be tough. Is Josh Allen playing? Do we have
day-to-day with the little injury?
UCL, yeah. Do we have Matt Milano back? Do we have Poyer back? That being said, go Bills.
Okay, James.
So our good friend Dr. Jesse Morse on Twitter was discussing Josh Allen's injury, and he said the fact that he could possibly play, but it's not in his good interest for the rest of the year and for his career.
Dude, he threw a 70-yard bomb right after suffering the injury.
And then next year he'll turn into Phillip Rivers. So just let his arm rest. So I'm picking the Vikings.
Dr. Jesse Morse needs to make better fantasy football decisions. Bills.
Retweet exactly what K-Dot said.
Okay.
Moving on. Lions at the Bears. K-Dot.
G Bears.
G Bears. G Bears.
Oh, G Bears. G Bears. You add a little line in it. It's a G. G Bears.
Instead of Duh Bears, now it's G Bears.
Bears.
Give me fantasy football superstar Justin Fields.
Yeah, quarterback 1.
QB1 the last 4 weeks.
Yo, balling out of control. Give me the Bears.
I got the Lions.
That's fair. I think it's going to be close.
I think they could win. All right. They've had a bye week to figure their offense out. Their defense is top tier.
Yo, how much prayer?
They're playing a rookie quarterback.
Is it still top tier without Bradley Chubb?
Yes.
Okay.
How much prayer?
They're playing
been going up
a rookie quarterback in Malik Willis, I believe he's still
No. Homeboy back. Tannehill's
back.
Okay, you're playing Kirk Cousins in Nashville with the Broncos at the Titans.
Broncos.
Titans country, let's ride.
I rewatched our NFL preview show because I was trying to find James comparing Josh McDaniels to Bill Belichick.
Uh-huh.
Y'all are really high on the Broncos.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because we thought Russ was going to be cooking, but then he forgot.
You said who was really high on the Broncos?
Apron.
All of you were really fairly high on the Broncos.
I don't think I was.
Yeah. No. James wasn't. I was, and I maintained my height.
Fuck the Broncos.
That's because.
Oh no, yeah, but that we kind of discounted because it was the AFC West segment that you did was kind of shit.
But I said the Broncos weren't going to be that good.
Yeah, but you said the Raiders were. So I mean,
bro, shit happens. Like you I was wrong about one
wins.
and right about the other.
Yes,
You had 13 wins. Well, technically, James, you shouldn't have said it. Now you're gonna maybe talk about it. So you technically
No,
did
look,
it.
wait,
You
just
weren't
wait,
wrong.
just wait
You
until
had
we go
the
to my
Broncos
segment.
at the bottom.
Yeah,
You
I
said,
did.
do you know who's at the bottom of the
Oh, we
AFC?
are right now.
Right now.
But who beat the Broncos? Who beat the Broncos? We did.
And that's
Congrats, bro.
One more win.
That's one win. We have more than one, so fuck you.
Also, I looked at everybody gave a letter grade on what the Josh McDaniels pick was going to be, except for Ryan. You gave a B, James.
Okay.
Keem gave an A minus.
Oh, okay.
He loved the pick. I was at a C minus, and then Ryan did not give a grade, but he talked about how much he loved the pick as well.
Well,
yeah, I punted on that because
I think I was like, it could be sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I'm surprised I gave an A minus because I remember talking about how he failed last time so much. But
no, I'm the only one that brought up him failing last. You did bring up the New England Patriots former coaches out of New England.
Yeah,
but then y'all were trying to name a black Bill Belichick disciple. We got stuck on that for a bit with Brian Flores.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good discussion to have.
So Jaguars at Chiefs.
Chiefs.
All right. Browns at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Wait, is Jacoby Brissett still starting?
Yeah.
Then Dolphins.
Go ahead, Kayla.
Sorry, my computer keeps freezing. Dolphins.
Browns.
I like that for you.
I don't think it's a bad pick. Browns are like
Texans at Giants.
I think it's a bad pick. I just want you to know that.
Texans at the Giants.
I got the Giants.
Yeah.
Because they're coming off a bye week, right?
Dolphins 3.5.
Yeah.
Saquon got some time off. Yeah.
Yep. Giants.
Gigantes.
G-Man.
Okay. Saints at Steelers.
Kenny Pickett has small hands. Saints.
How do you know?
That was like all they were talking about.
Around his dick. I'm sorry.
I got the Saints.
I got the Saints.
Steelers.
That's fair. I might change my pick later. So
and Najee Harris looks like he's getting benched.
Yeah.
He's not getting benched.
He might be.
Here's the game. Here's the one, guys. Here's the one. James, you go first. Colts at Ravens.
All right, look, listen.
Listen. Okay.
Listen. I'm talking. Listen. Listen to what I have to say here.
Listen.
If we lose this game, I might be canceling my family vacation that I've already paid for next month. I already got the hotel, the flights, the tickets. We straight, but it might be canceled. At this point, we're a fucking fashion clothing line. We're not a fucking football team. There's no heart. It reminds me of the Jamarcus Russell times, like when you knew he was coming in the game and it was about to be a turnover. Like that's how I feel. If we have a 17-point lead, we're about to get that shit up. I'm tired of this team. This team pisses me off. And the worst part is we don't have bad players. They're just not good either. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this team, bro.
I offered Josh,
but I'm picking the Raiders.
Heineke, and
I'm picking the Raiders, man.
The best.
All that to say, so you're on the Raiders.
Yeah, I am.
All right, Ryan.
I'm going down with the ship, bro.
The Raiders.
K-Dot. Oh, you want me to go?
You got.
Okay. I'm rocking with Jeff. Saturday to lose to the Raiders.
There is nothing on God's green earth I want more than the Colts to beat the shit out of these Raiders. I don't want anything in life more than I want this. I like Jeff Saturday. I want this to happen. They are 6 points underdogs in this fucking game. It has to be the Raiders. Now, if the Raiders don't pull this off, James, just cancel the pod the same way you do the pod. You don't want to be here for it. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough outing.
Things K-Dot wants for the world. It's end world hunger,
Bro.
then end suffering. And on
Fuck
top
that.
of
Nope.
that,
On top of all of
I
it.
have shit to ease the pain.
Colts.
It's okay.
Huh?
Like, I'm not gonna feel none of this shit. It's okay.
This season's gonna have James end up with a substance abuse issue. Like, this is what he's doing.
No, at the end of like, I might pull a Ryan, I might not. We'll fucking see. I could pull a Keem.
What's that?
Pick another random team.
I don't.
No chance.
That's okay.
You did that with the Warriors, bro.
That's not what I did. That's not random. It wasn't random.
All right, that's fine.
The Bills will accept you.
It was carefully crafted after multiple championships.
Search Shaquem and Steph. You'll find tweets from 2011.
They won 70 games.
Okay,
We said
fair
that might be a team I root for.
No, fair enough.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Nope. Because I just started, like, I just switched over, like, what, last year? It just switched over last year. So it's not like I did it during the run. I called the fuck that we would be back. I knew we would be back.
We.
Yes.
Nigga hanging off the bumper of the bandwagon. Talking about we.
Cowboys. Listen, I watched all the finals.
Actually, it's not.
I read. I've been reading
the Warriors did it right. They have a whole new wave of people coming.
Listen, I was at Chase.
They do. Their bench ain't working correctly right now. Prompt you that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Packers.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Moses.
Cowboys at Packers.
I got the Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys too. Sorry.
Y'all. Oh, sorry. I guess it's Frozen got the Cowboys.
Moses.
You thought it froze, but that's just Ryan talking.
No, I heard that part of it, but then I said Cowboys, but nobody responded, so I was assuming that I was on a delay.
Cardinals at Rams. I'm gonna go Rams.
I got the Cardinals.
Matt Stafford's in the concussion protocol.
All right, I forgot. Cardinals. Cardinals. I don't even know who their backup is.
I don't think the Rams do.
The ghost of Jared Goff. Hold on. Rams backup QB.
I was about to say like Mark Bolger or some shit.
Mark Bolger.
Yeah, the Rams.
John
Walford.
Oh, I remember Walford.
Yeah.
He's not half bad.
Yeah. Cardinals times 2.
Nah, he's full bet.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, or it could be Bryce Perkins.
Who the fuck is that?
Virginia rookie.
Yeah.
Rookie out of UVA.
Yeah, no. I am taking the
Okay. All right.
Oh, shit. Hang on. I don't think I made a pick yet. 1 second.
Are you contemplating taking the Rams?
Yeah, I thought you were saying the Cardinals.
Give me the Rams.
Okay.
You like Bryce Perkins?
I like the other guy.
Wolford?
You know what? Fuck it. Just be on the safe side because I don't know who they're starting. Go Cards.
All right.
Yeah.
I got the Chargers.
Ryan.
I'm gonna lose this game. Give me Justin Herbert.
I think Keenan Allen's playing, by the way.
Niners.
I think Keenan Allen.
Give me the Niners.
Josh Palmer
Day to day, but he hasn't practiced this week.
Yeah, so he ain't playing.
Niners coming off a bye. Kyle Shanahan had to be able to is scheming up Christian McCaffrey shit all bye week.
Christian McCaffrey gets hurt first quarter.
Fuck you.
Don't say that. Hopefully not.
Washington, Philly. I am taking Washington.
Wow. Herbert's gonna throw for four. I mean,
yeah.
Hurts is gonna throw for 400.
Yeah, this was one of those where I didn't have to think twice. Give me Jalen Hurts. Give me the Eagles. Are you frozen or are you frozen with? decision.
Let it go. Let it go.
Are you a lesbian ice princess now?
Halloween was like last week.
Is that who you were, Elsa?
I kind of like that for you, James.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I support that.
God damn it, I want to pick my team so badly for this because I think Taylor Heineke Monday night, I could buy into the story. Eagles are clearly just a much better team. I'm going Philadelphia. No, well, they're undefeated, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first loss comes on Monday. We're going Commandos. And then I got to deal with Taylor Heineke throwing for fucking 42%. And then everybody like Carson Wentz can't come back. And we're going to suck.
Yeah.
Darius Slay might have a fucking field day.
I think it's going to be.
We've played them before.
I think it's going to be close.
With Heineke?
No, with Carson.
Exactly. Now you got Heineke.
Guess what we also didn't have? A running game.
Well, did you hear?
Yeah, apparently Brian Robinson. I mean, the Commanders released a statement about something happened to him.
Brian Robinson hasn't been, recently. It's
I mean, what?
He hasn't been running the ball efficiently.
not that, yeah.
The running games looked bad. Anyway, that being said, it'll probably be a close game, but the Eagles.
But maybe you guys will get some a lift based on the news that's supposed to come out tomorrow.
Maybe Curtis Samuel gets another ref pick for
that was such a bad ball.
Ref TD. All right. With that said, final thoughts. Ryan, kick us off.
I don't really have that much. I've been just staring at news about Josh Allen's arm all day. MLB free agencies starting. Opt-out day is today or tomorrow. DeGrom opted out. Aaron Judge opted out. What other big names opted out? Clayton Kershaw has opted out, who may be on the move to ruin somebody else's postseason dreams. That being said, World Cup starts in 11 days. 10 days. 11 days. I already have a TV. I have a TV set up in my office, and that is why my jury trial is next week. I will not be here next Tuesday. But because everything for the next month after that, I won't be working. I will be at work because I need a paycheck, but I won't be doing any work from the hours of 5 a.m. to midnight. I'm very excited. Go USA.
I ain't mad at that.
Woo! I wish I had a flag or a vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela.
That's what they sound like.
Nah, I was blowing one at a Mexican bar in Capitol Hill last World Cup.
You were blowing one?
Huh?
You said you were blowing one?
Yeah, unlike your normal Saturdays where you're blowing many. So beyond that, once again, Andor, best show on TV. Also, just politically, no red wave, as I also predicted, but there is a problem coming for 2024 for Democrats. Joe Biden can't run again. It's a really bad idea. And if we don't find somebody to counter Ron DeSantis of Florida, it's going to be a very, very, very bad year for us.
What about Fetterman?
Dog, stop. That's not cool. That's not okay.
AOC.
She's not ready. She's not even old enough, I think, to run. Okay. So my dark horse pick is actually Gretchen Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer, Michigan governor. I actually think she'd be a really, really good candidate.
Got good tweets. She's a good tweeter.
She needs to get some more profile nationally, and we need to start kind of getting around her on it. But hopefully the Republicans rip themselves apart between Trump and fucking DeSantis, which we can all hope for. And I'm still of the idea that Trump might run as an independent if he loses the primary. One could hope.
I need Trump to get back on Twitter so him and DeSantis can just go at it.
Twitter is starting to get too crazy for me.
Yep. Well, Elon said, he's like, it's going to suck for a couple weeks. I'm sorry. We're going to roll some stuff out and then roll some stuff back. That doesn't
David
work.
Simon left. He was my favorite person to follow on Twitter.
Well, maybe there can be a new Twitter called
fucking Grouch.
The Facebook.
But with that said, her loss, Drake in 21. It's a good, not great album. Got a couple anthems on there. Better than I think Drake's last effort. I'm not listening. I can listen to any kind of music. It just wasn't. Honestly, never mind wasn't bad, but it just wasn't it for me.
It wasn't. It
So
wasn't
honestly, never mind on that. But
Boo.
outside of that, I want Jid to get all the praise in the world for the album that he dropped. For me, we got a month and 3 weeks basically left until the year's over with. To me, best album this year is still Pusha T. Best rap album anyway. Best rap album is still Pusha T for me. Best album for me is probably Brent Faiyaz, but that's just me.
Y'all want to do a top 5 albums of the year? And I think
I'm down.
We can do that. But yeah, we can definitely do that. But with Jid coming in second, and maybe I don't know about Gibbs third. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about it after that. It's a lot of better albums than Gibbs even. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I have.
All right. For my final thoughts, I got 2. First one, Luka is on a crazy streak. It just ended tonight, and he's gonna restart that shit again tomorrow. So here we go.
Usage rate is too high.
The game is over already?
Yeah, the game started at like 5:30. We lost to fucking Orlando.
Come on,
Luka
Paolo.
had 24. Luka had 24. So his what, 9 or 10
He shot the ball
streak?
29 times, 24 points.
Yeah, he shot 31% from the field, which is not good.
Ooh, he gonna go off next game.
Oh yeah, which is tomorrow. We going to it. Thank God.
Who y'all playing?
The Washington Wizards.
Oh, that's a slaughter. He gonna drop 40, 10, and 10.
On Porzingis. I can't wait for that. All right. Outside of that,
38.3%.
I remind you that the last time we went to this game,
the last time I got laughed out the building. It was bad.
Wait to do it again.
Yeah, it was bad. That was the ultimate walk of shame. All right. Outside of that, with the whole shit about the Twitter blue checks, right? I had a question for you guys. If you had a blue check, right? If you had the ability to do whatever the people are doing now, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? What would you do with that power?
With a blue check mark?
Yeah.
I would start tweeting the same way I've been tweeting for the last 13 years because I am not status obsessed and it means nothing to me. And I could have gotten it years ago, but I didn't.
I would slide into Vanessa Hudgens' DMs.
I don't really tweet.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just being honest.
I'm on the road to Instagram verification, but I'm not. I just don't do it.
Right in there. Just
all right. That's all I got.
I need to tweet more. I think I'd be good on Twitter if I actually tried.
Talking about my news.
Do we all good? Everybody did the final thought. All right.
All right. Yeah. Love y'all. I'll send my picks for next week. But
wait. So what day are you going?
Me? I have a jury trial Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh.
They got to keep somebody out of jail. So.
Yeah.
Thursday I have Dish Divided.
We'll figure it
out. And
out.
I'm going out of town in a couple hours. I'm going to be driving right through your state, Keem.
You driving at night?
I like to drive at night. I'm leaving like midnight.
That way he can go really fast.
I had a Honda Accord hybrid touring. That's kind of dope.
You got the deer whistles on your car?
Fall asleep. How many hours?
From Baltimore that I'm doing probably 8.5, 9. But you know what I do? I take Route 1 all the way to Richmond because I'm a fucking psycho. And then I hop 195 south of Richmond. So it'll probably be a 10, 11 hour drive.
Where are you going?
Just north of Savannah.
About to say Georgia. Nice. Well, have a good trip. Drive safely.
You got deer whistles on your car?
Otherwise,
no.
Fuck you. It's deer fucking season.
No, they're good. I used to have them on the Audi.
I had one on the pick. I had someone on the pickup truck.
Oh, okay.
It's deer fucking season. Be careful.
I don't fuck deers.
Yeah.
All right.
Ryan, what the hell do you be doing in Virginia, bro?
We wait. That's when it's a good time to shoot them. It's good to eat right there.
Full of loads.
Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.